Melissa. In this video, I am going to show you how to engrave these bamboo wood lids. So these are really popular. They come on lots of different types of glass cans. You can get them with sublimation cans. You can get them, a lot of the tumblers come with them right now. They're really popular. So whether you are engraving or just leaving silicone alone, engraving glass, putting vinyl wraps on these, or sublimating, there's so many uses. You can also customize the lid. And so we can use our XTool in order to customize the lids to engrave on them. So I have done the engraving on these bamboo lids with both my P2 and my M1. I'm going to show you why I prefer the P2. And that is because both of these lids were engraved. Now, one you can probably see and one you probably have a difficult time seeing. So this one is engraved. It's just very, very light. This one obviously also engraved a much darker and deeper engraved. So this one was done with the P2, which is the Xtool 55-watt C02 laser. This one was done, with the M1, which is the 10-watt, or there is a 5-watt version as well, the 10-watt diode. So it just doesn't have as strong, powerful laser as the P2 does. So that's why I prefer the P2. But I'm going to tell you, start to finish, I do all of my designing in Silhouette Studio. Okay, so the design I have for this one, which is what we're going to do, was originally from this template wrap. So this template wrap was actually done, it was a print and cut, and it was done on my Roland BN2, which is a eco-solvent printer. I have a whole separate tutorial, a whole separate playlist, videos on that. However, the lid was plain, and so what I did was I pulled the PNG, or you can use the SVG, which is actually easier, into Silhouette Studio. I isolated one of the ghosts, and then I made a little like basically frame there with the same ghost so that it would match in Silhouette Studio, exported as an SVG to pull into Xtool's Creative Space. Okay, and then all you're going to do is take the lid itself and place it in the Xtool. Now, my suggestion is to make sure that when you're designing, you design in a way that you are going to design basically around the straw hole. So I'm going to take this one off of here so you can see it a little bit closer. But what you can see is that this design was intentionally done around the straw hole. Okay, so most people will probably put the straw closest to them, and so that's why I have it positioned here. So in order to do that, you don't have to do it this way, but it's oriented correctly then for you, both in the laser and on the software, is to place this hole, the hole directly like at 6 o'clock. And then you're going to place it into the laser itself. I like to put it close to where the camera is, even though on the P2, the camera is on the module. So you'll be able to get a nice top-down view. And then what you're able to do is the camera will literally hover directly over the lid itself, and your placement will be spot on, even if you have something so specific as a circle that needs to go around basically the perimeter or right inside the edge of the lid itself. Okay, so then all you're going to do obviously is close the lid up, and from Creative Space, when you have the design in there, you'll just size, scale, and position it. Press start. I am using the engrave function with 16. These are 16 millimeters. I have a whole downloadable cheat sheet for settings for the P2 as well as the M1. And on there is included what I do for bamboo. So you'll be able to see that. Just download that. The settings are very, very specific. When it comes out, so I set it as engraved, but depending on the design, you could also use score. Obviously, you don't want to cut this. When it comes out, I just wipe it slightly with either a wet paper towel. You can also use a magic eraser just to get any little, like, kind of soot off of there, and then you are done. And these come out so cute. This did take about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes to engrave this whole thing. Basically, the longest part is the fact that it's going across like this, and so as it's going completely across, it's taking time, even though it's not engraving. So unfortunately, it can't engrave in a circle. It engraves laterally, and because there's nothing in the middle, you're basically wasting time going back and forth, but it is what it is. So if you have glass cans, if you have sublimation cans, if you have tumblers that have these bamboo wood caps, these are really, really popular. You'll be able to customize them for your customers or yourself, and definitely be able to charge a premium if you have lids that are also customized along with your sublimation tumblers or wrap tumblers as well. All right, guys, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. I obviously have videos on laser engraving, both these laser tools, silhouette, roll and sublimation, all kinds of different stuff for your customization business and hobby, and happy to share. If you need one-on-one help, I also offer that through Silhouette U. Don't be discouraged by the name. I offer support on all of this stuff as well. So you can get a 7-day free trial. It's in the description below, and I'll see you soon.